The neighbor's midnight ritual. It was a chilly Friday night when Aaron moved into his new apartment. The building was old, with creaky floors and dim hallways. But the rent was cheap, and the neighbors seemed polite enough, except for the man in 4B. Aaron first noticed him during the move. The man stood silently in his doorway, watching Aaron lug his boxes upstairs. He wore a long, faded robe and had piercing, almost unblinking eyes. "Welcome," the man muttered, his voice like a whisper carried on the wind. Then he disappeared into his apartment. That night, as Aaron settled in, he noticed strange noises coming from 4B. Low murmurs, almost like chanting, echoed through the thin walls. At first, Aaron dismissed it as a late-night TV show, but the sounds grew louder and more unsettling. Rhythmic chants in a language he didn't recognize, punctuated by soft, metallic clinking. Curiosity got the better of him. Aaron tiptoed to his door and peered through the peephole. The hallway was dark, except for a faint flickering light spilling out from under the door of 4B. The chanting grew louder, accompanied by the faint scent of burning herbs. "What the hell is he doing?" Aaron whispered to himself. Unable to resist, he cracked his door open just a bit, his heart pounding. The hallway was empty, but the door to 4B was ajar. From the sliver of light, Aaron could make out shadowy shapes moving inside. Then he saw it, a figure draped in a black cloak, standing in the center of the room. Around them, candles formed a perfect circle, their flames dancing eerily. On the floor, an intricate symbol was drawn in red, its lines sharp and precise. Aaron's breath caught when he realized the figure wasn't alone. 3 others knelt around the circle, their heads bowed, chanting in unison. The leader raised a dagger, its blade gleaming in the candlelight. Aaron stumbled back, accidentally slamming his door shut. The chanting stopped. Silence. Moments later, there was a knock on his door, slow and deliberate. Aaron froze, his mind racing. The knock came again, louder this time. Summoning his courage, he opened the door a crack. The hallway was empty, but a folded piece of paper lay on the floor. Hesitantly, he picked it up. Scrawled in crimson ink were the words, "You shouldn't have looked." That night, Aaron couldn't sleep. He barricaded his door and kept a kitchen knife by his bed. The next morning, he decided to confront the landlord. "I need to report something," Aaron said, his voice shaking. "The guy in 4B, he's doing some kind of ritual. It's dangerous." The landlord frowned. "4B," he repeated. "No one lives there. That unit's been vacant for months." Aaron felt his blood run cold. "No," he stammered. "I saw him. I heard him." The landlord shook his head. "You must be mistaken," he said. "But if you're scared, maybe it's best you move out." That night, as Aaron packed his things in a frenzy, the chanting started again. This time from inside his own apartment.